Good afternoon, everyone. It is Stephen and Andrea from Pin in the Atlas on a very blustery afternoon. But look where Andrea has brought us to today. There are a lot of buildings left here. So what was this place?
This originally was a stagecoach stop, and it was built in 1865. It became so popular that they had to rebuild the main station in 1880. Now, with the railroads, the stagecoaches obviously declined and the ranch wasn't needed so much, so it closed down, which is such a shame. Let's explore.
So we'll start here with this little building. There's another stone building back behind it and some other things. So this looks pretty interesting. It's got a little skull hanging out on the front there. What is that? Would that be like a coyote, maybe, you think?
I think so. I mean, it's got the canines, so it is definitely a dog type animal.
Right.
And the long snout.
Yeah. And then these buildings, look at the door.
Now it's got a fly screen on the back.
Large window.
And
just a single room.
Yeah, there's a adjoining door.
Watch, there's a lizard right next to you on the door frame.
Oh, look, how cute is that? He's very tame, isn't he? So this building was, oh, God, he made me jump, had the adjoining door, and if you look up at the roof, there's a few things. Firstly, you can see the canvas that they lined the ceiling with. Mm-hmm. You've also got a loft latch, a loft hole.
Yeah, the hatch.
And then further along, you've got where the stove would have been.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering whether or not...
And here's the adjoining door.
That must have been the kitchen, because you've also got where the cupboard used to be in the corner.
Right.
But what I find strange with this one is it's got two outside doors.
So two, maybe, what do they call those? Where it's two different dwellings side by side, but they share the same wall.
Yeah, but then you've got a door in between, and there's no fireplace, there's no stove in the left-hand building, only in the right. Which makes me think it's one dwelling. Huh, curious.
Intriguing.
Oh, do look at this.
Duplex, that's what I was thinking of.
Duplex.
Oh, that's cool.
Perfect for my little bot. It's surprisingly comfortable too.
Is it?
Now, I first of all thought that this could have been one of those Native American grinding stones.
Right.
But I don't think so, because of the way it's been carved out.
Right, it's definitely, obviously purposefully carved to be a nice little seat.
Very comfortable. Let's go through here. Now, looking up.
Now, let me get this stone.
Yeah, people have been partying and left their flipping beer bottles. Looking up, there's another doorway.
Yeah, it's like those doorways that you see in the barns where they throw the hay up in there.
But that's a complete door.
Yeah. Well,
You can see the hinges.
short. It's shorter, but yeah. And then you can see there was a continuation. There was another roof line attached to that. Up at the top, the one by, you can see the outline of the steep pitched roof, just the same as the other one, down about, I'd say 2 feet from the top there. So I wonder if it was a roof line from this stone building that was attached to it.
And the wood barn would be, or the wood accommodation would be an add-on, because the stone building would obviously be older.
That would be my best guess. I
Now I wonder whether or not this stone building, because it's the only stone building that we've come across so far, would have been the main station.
That's possible.
Let's take a look around here. It's got a nice little sun shelter over the window.
Hey, you don't see that very often.
And it also looks like they had some sort of pipe going down, because there's a bracket to hold a pipe on. Can you see that?
I do, yep.
And it's been wired for electricity. So this is the back.
And then so close to this stone building.
Yeah.
This one's pretty good size. Take a look in this one. Yeah, large windows. There's that piece of wood over that window. You can see the burn marks on it. And over that doorway, that's ready to collapse at any moment.
Now I have a fun fact about this ranch.
Oh yeah?
Officially, this whole ranch is a ghost town. It had a post office in 1888.
A ranch had a post office.
Yep, the ranch had a post office.
That's funny.
So with the post office closure, that would make this a ghost town.
Wow.
Over there looks like the main spring source. Let's take a look over there.
And look at this little bed frame, half buried.
So this is a single bed.
That's very small.
Buried really deeply as well. There's another one over here. It's really pretty. It's got
very ornate little features.
yeah. Is it the source?
I can't tell from this angle. Can you see up there?
Let me climb down. I've got to be a bit careful because there's barbed wire. Oops. So let's take a look. Now whether or not this is the source, but definitely the water is coming to the surface. Yes, you can see it all stagnant. Very pretty though. They've obviously wired this off to stop the cows coming in and destroying it, but it doesn't look like it's been working. And you can see that the stream or the water does continue, or did continue, down there. It's all marshy. Let's go back towards Steve.
Now I've just noticed something while standing here.
What's that?
And I believe my earlier, was correct.
Your earlier assumption?
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. I believe that was a duplex because as you can see there is a stovepipe that vents out on the right side and the left side.
Ah, it's strange it's got an internal door though. So I've just been looking at this. So these are all windows.
Right.
You've got one main door, which in the centre over there, which looks like it's going to cave in. The door frame is going to cave in. But I'm wondering whether or not this had a second level, because you can see part of the wood structure for a ceiling, or maybe an attic.
Possibly, because it is very tall. There's little big windows.
Huge windows. Oh, I'm caught up on the thing. And this that we were saying that was attached to the wood structure, this is built at a different time. This is an add-on. You can tell from the side, plus it's a different rock.
Right, yep.
And I would say this was a window, another window over there. It does seem strange though that the wall...
It is very strange because that's a straight wall right there, and then there's nothing else, no remains in any other section.
Maybe they did it as like a walkway rather than an add-on. But then,
Yeah,
if there's,
breezeway or something.
but then that doesn't make sense either, because if this stone structure was built first, why would they then have at the barn door top?
Yeah,
you wouldn't be
going
able to
into the side of
access.
the wall.
Huh.
Yeah, this is just very intriguing. Would like to have seen what it looked like completed to make more sense of why they did what they did.
I haven't been able to find any old photographs online, but I will continue to look.
Looks like there's drywall plaster caked to the side of it now. This is very...
It's a shame about the bullet holes and the graffiti. I don't know if you can pop the camera down there.
What have you found so intriguing over there?
Well,
Well, what?
no, that's what it is, a well.
Oh,
You can see the pipe. There's still water down there as well.
oh, I see. There is very, at the top layer you can see, it's clear for about an inch, and then it's just full of leaves, mud, and then these pieces of wood.
So they had it all here, really, didn't they? I mean, they've got a lovely water supply, beautiful trees, beautiful scenery.
Right, nice and quiet. Minus the wind.
I bet it will be really cold up here in the winter, though. I bet they have really heavy snowfalls because I don't know, I think we're at about 6,000 feet. Not sure on that one.
There's that lovely field. And then some of the corrals. These are still in really good shape.
Now, I wonder if these were also for horses.
These have got to be for horses. These are pretty good size. And that one in the middle, it's like they got rounded gates. Maybe it is just for cattle. I could be completely off with that one. But they are the kind of the size that you would expect
For horses.
for horses. So now we'll see what's in this little building. So that wood creaking. So that's separated area right there. Little shelf. They've got canvas along the inside.
I found a plate. It's very ornate.
Oh wow.
Well, half of a plate. It does have... I can't read that. Can you make out what that says?
The sconry, I
Don't know.
can't tell.
Oh, okay. Very pretty. It's not porcelain. It's quite thick. And look at these, aren't they cute? I wonder what would have been kept in there.
I don't know, that's bizarre. It looks like that would be like in a workshop. Keep your extra nuts and bolts and things in.
And there's another shelf unit here that rats have been making use of.
Right.
The whole lot opened up, sort of like double doors here.
Right.
Got some more hinges either side, so again, double doors. Oh, I wonder if this was a garage. Oh no, because it's got too high.
The cement foundation. Yeah.
So forget that. And then that wouldn't make any sense anyway, because this looks like a little run. How strange.
It is very peculiar.
This canvas is in pretty good condition. They've repurposed this because that looks like it's been cut out for a light hole.
Something.
It's quite thick. And then round here, fight our way through the undergrowth. These are more doors that have fallen off.
Oh wow.
So I would say feeding trough.
Definitely.
Maybe entrance to go in, and then they had their own little, I don't want to say cages, but so they can have their nosh.
Mm-hmm. When you see the pens on the other side, those are much smaller. Those could have been for little pigs or goats or something.
Or sheep, yeah.
Or sheep.
Definitely smaller animals. The trough's in better shape here.
That's really neat.
And you've got little windows. Let some light in and some fresh air. Don't know what this area is, and then this would have been another entrance. Oh, and into the corral.
Out to the large corral side. Definitely the original one. You can see how they built it with all the sticks.
Yeah.
And then the more modern area.
I said I have no idea when this place closed as a ranch.
What you got there?
Well, I found some square nails, and first of all I thought, oh, square nails, prior 1900s. But looking at them more closely, they're small and they're very pointed. So I'm wondering whether or not they're old nails for horseshoes. You know, where they put the horseshoes on and then they cut this bit off.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Those are strange because they got the heads on them, rectangular heads on them.
I think nails for horseshoes do have that.
Okay.
Because if you ever see a horseshoe, you'll always see those little square holes.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. But interesting find, nonetheless.
Very much so, yeah.
You can take a better look at these pens now. Definitely with the smaller doorways.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very small too, but they've still got a feeding trough at the back.
Right, so two different feeding troughs.
I noticed over the other side that somebody's had a campfire, but they're using the wood from the building, which is
barn.
which is such a shame. Now look at this. I wonder what that was used for. A little cubby hole with a little shelf.
That's so cool.
Animals made a nest in it now.
Perfect little home. And see this last little pen, it has still got the door in place.
It lifts up to let the little critters out. That's pretty neat.
Don't know if you can make it out up there, but there is some writing on that board. It says doll. D-A-L-L. At the top of the run. See, there's still some manure up there.
Gates still work. Got a lock on it. So would this be for transporting cattle? Pulling the cattle up to go in?
Yep.
To a
this
truck?
Is where they, yeah, run them up the ramp to be transported off.
Oh.
To different ranches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is still all in really good shape. There's some big trees that have come down. And a good look at all the cattle. Beautiful. At the far end of the property, see we're behind the corrals. Found this. I believe it's a Chevy Beretta.
Now this looks newer. I mean, this is the, what, 80s?
I think these are around the 80s. Windshield's completely smashed out. You can see the rats have had a field day in there.
And it's been used for a lot of shotgun targets.
Yeah, you can see part of the barret. And somebody put their old air mattress in there. This curious little device here looks like it was placed on the back of a flatbed pickup. See, it's got the rear end for a vehicle there, and it's got like a gas pedal which operates this arm. It was a type of it's got a winch system on it, so not really sure what that was used for, if they were driving stakes into the ground or just lifting like telephone poles type heavy material, or what. I could be way off base.
This here looks like a plough, a seeder, where they would rake and maybe seed.
Oh right,
Rake the
yeah, you
earth.
can well, it's strong wind. You can see the gears here where this piece would turn, rotate, like Henry said, see, till up the ground here, and there's 3 of them. You got your hand clutch, hand brake.
Yeah, I think that's a seeder. I don't know what you would call it.
I think you're right. Just like a plowing device. Very cool. And then I just caught a glimpse of something up in there. It shined.
There's lots of rocks and everything around here, so I'm wondering whether or not this was more foundations.
There's a bunch of stuff, just a whole bunch of different types of material and things all over the place. That looks like some really old fencing.
That's a
Bundled up.
station wagon, isn't it?
That is a station wagon.
Yes, I got it right.
What kind though?
Let's take a look. I'm not good on American cars, so I don't know. Home to rats now. Now this looks like it could have rolled. Been in an accident maybe?
That it does look in pretty bad shape. Had a skylight. See any distinguishing features?
No, but it
anywhere?
looks like it's had a fire. All the radio and everything's all burnt out.
Well, it could be people after the fact doing that. Maybe that's why it's collapsed so much.
Yeah, there
Somebody
is a
came out,
lot
set
of
it on fire.
vandalism on this site. Can't see anything on the bonnet to say what it is. And again, it's been used for target practice. Oh, well, someone will know.
They will. And then that seems to be...
What's that? Is that an old... That's not an old...
There's another old
That's an old truck bed, isn't it?
frame, yeah, framework for a vehicle, overturned now.
That must be really old because of the wood siding. When did they stop making them in wood and changed it to metal? In the 30s?
I forget. Somewhere around there, I believe.
So that could be post 1930.
Very well could be.
I mean, not post, pre 1930. Look at this old chimney. It's made of wood.
Oh, metal roof, and there's that, some more.
So again, this must have been a cabin. It's been dug, well, it's a dugout, isn't it?
And it's got the canvas.
Yeah, so there's the chimney, but there's also a vent and a little window at the top there. So this must have just been a single cabin. It'd have to have been.
Yep. Nice and nice size. Get nice and warm with the stove.
Only the two windows at the door. Unfortunately, somebody's tried to start a campfire in here
In the middle.
and has used the wood
From the building
from the
itself.
building.
So
This
not
is-
only are you destroying the building, you're also about to set it on fire. This will go up like in a heartbeat.
Like a tinderbox.
Yeah.
And this is why we don't give out these locations.
Just for silliness like that. And this small little building, what's that there?
I have no idea. It's got lots of washers on of various shapes and sizes. That's strange.
Yeah, well, at first glance I thought that would have been like a concrete mixer, but then I'm now looking at that thinking, well, obviously that's not the case. But maybe somebody's just found some of those things and put them on there.
Yeah, because there's a washer on the top.
And then some water
I
piping.
mean, a bolt on the top, not a washer.
There's a washer on the bottom. Remember what kind of washer this is?
A flat washer.
There you go.
So this looks like it was a root cellar.
That's a good possibility. Look at the natural, the bark still up on the wood and everything. That's really neat to see. This old building here, again, looks like a barn. But it's got wood flooring. But look at how this is buckling.
Yeah, I'm not going to venture in.
No, and then when you hear the wind blowing, you hear the wood creaking.
That is one hell of a size bird's nest.
Oh, wow. And then is that a heater down there in the middle?
Looks like it. We see all of the windows on this right-hand side have still got fly screen on.
They do. The ones here on the left are gone. There's a doorway.
So I
And then
wonder what
these-
this building was. It's wired for electric.
And then this, yeah, this was a huge door here.
I wonder if it was a store.
Maybe.
Back in the day.
Yeah. they had a post office, they would have a store, you'd think.
Well, people used to stay here. That's why they built the larger ranch.
Yeah. And just around the side, it's an old stove oven. In pieces now. You can see where the drawers were. So it's upside down. See, here's oh.
What was that?
The lizard just scared the life out of me.
As long as it wasn't a spider. Now this looks like a 1940s, 1950s stove with the colour and everything.
Right, those cool pastel colors.
Yeah.
The cool stylings of the 50s stuff. That's always the best. All right, we saved the best for last.
This is really cool.
So they would have had a nice screened-in porch here.
Oh, and a bird just
Oh, a
flew
bird
out.
just came out.
Probably nesting.
Look at the adobe bricks, the woodwork.
I found a date. That would be 1949, wouldn't it?
March
15th.
15th, 1949.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. And I like the way they've done the opening too, with the wood at the angle, and some outdoor cupboards. All screened in, screen still intact.
These would obviously be food storage, I guess, and now.
Place to put your pineapple chunks.
And a place for the rats to call home or mice.
That is really neat.
So this is kind of like a thatch.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Look at the split door.
Stable door, we call those. What do you call them that?
Yeah, like a barn door.
Yeah, we call them stable doors in England.
That's great.
And it's got a little latch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that roof, like you were saying, yeah.
It's like a thatch. And this is, I mean, it's very dark because the only windows,
Are from the porch.
there is a window in the back. There's a stovepipe here, so that would have accommodated the stove area. And I would imagine that this wasn't a doorway, that the wood would have continued on.
I think so too, yeah.
I mean, look how rough. They've just used bits and pieces.
That's also what makes it so beautiful, just the
It's
just
really
natural.
quaint. Now they do have two windows in the back here, one either side. And surprisingly no rat's nests. So you've got two square, and that did have screening over it. This one still has got it. But what would this have been?
This is a bizarre room. Yeah, it's really dark, can barely see on here.
And it wouldn't be a bedroom. There was a door because there's hinges. You've got the hinges there.
Very cool. And they would have had extra storage up top there.
Yeah. And
A
then
little ladder. Is that like a ladder to climb up?
I think so. Is that a ladder? It kind of looks like it.
Looks like that's what they could have used it for.
Because there's nowhere for it to be balanced for shelves. Nothing on the other side.
I guess
Well,
they
I-
have a small person with small hands and feet.
Well, I was going to say, I wonder if they had kids. Remember, like Little House on the Prairie, how Laura and what was her sister called, Mary, lived in the attic, or they slept in the attic.
Right.
So I wonder if it was something like that. How cool is this? There's fabric hanging up there as well.
This is a really nice find.
I'm surprised at the age of it though, if that's a genuine date.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Was it 18 or 19?
Well, it was the 1860s that the original ranch was built. Well, it's that time. We've come to the end of our adventure and the end of this video.
And it was a very cool place. There's a lot of history here. You can almost imagine the old wagons coming down these roads for the old stagecoach stop. Very cool to see a lot of this still standing. And on that note, get out there, go and explore, put another pin in the atlas.
And we will see you on our next adventure.
Bye.
Bye. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, checking my mic, jumping around and having fun.
All right, my turn. I'm 1, 2, 3 jumping around, having some fun.
Well, it's that time. What was it? What do you normally say?
To wrap up this video.
Okay. Well, we've come to the end of this video. Oh, there we go.
More like that?
Yeah, but you come in a bit. So put your arm, no, up. So we get you in as well. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this adventure.
We hope that you would... I'm going to end up saying the...
I forgot what I was going to say. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this video.
This was a great find. I think we did a good job here, and hope... I'm going to say this.